Hi. It's an election year, so I've been getting a lot of questions. And like, bro, I'm so glad I'm not bartending right now. Fuck, I hate being a bartender during an election year. And being a YouTuber, like anywhere you have like a regular clientele is pretty much exactly the same thing as bartending. Like I totally forget bartending and stuff is about drinks or anything at all. Like it's all about like learning people and how to extract money from them. Um And then, like, the same thing kind of happens here, where, and then there are a lot of people. Before I get into the politics shit, I just want to say there are so many people that are like, well, I'm going to subscribe so long as you blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, go fuck yourself. Like, bro, I don't make any money off of doing this. I don't, like, I know, like, making a political video, I'm going to lose subscribers. Like, either way, you're going to alienate people whenever, because people are so deeply ingrained in their like political beliefs, like even more so than people are about religion and shit sometimes. And like, because they treat it like they, and I said it before in the comments and stuff, like people treat their political parties like it's a fucking football team. And I honestly think there's not really a significant difference between the right and the left. Like both, like extremism on either side is still extremism, and I kind of I feel like it's just kind of a play on human behavior, because it's like sociopaths and narcissists and abusive people or whatever, they don't fucking have to develop and create like a systematic ruling of people. You know, it's not really it's just manifests within itself. People know how to play on human nature, you know. People know how to use stuff like that against you. So I mean, like, whenever it comes to like people in power doing shit like that, like I kind of feel like everybody wants a party system, which I don't really agree with. I don't like, um, I don't like flags. I don't really. I think a lot of fucking people should not vote. I think that that's a very flawed system. I think that there are a lot of fucking stupid people. I think that we'd do a lot better if we had a representative for a party that was very well versed and educated on these issues that could vote on behalf of them. At least like put an official on every city or something like that. I don't know, that's just it's a theory. Maybe it has. I'm not really. I am falsely identified as intelligent. Okay, I am misjudged as a smart person. My vernacular, that's just because I got in trouble all the time at school and they made me copy out of the dictionary. And and that is why people think that I am smart. But with that being said, I don't really, I don't care. I've barely been looking into anything. I'm vaguely aware of the state of the world. I kind of know what's going on. I mean, I think like wars and all of that shit, it's like grass. Like, dude, it's gonna be there there's always gonna be one. It's a Hydra head. You cut it off and there's a fucking other one, you know? And, I think that politics are a fad. And I don't understand. It's one of those things, like, it's just like somebody being like, oh my god, I'm goth and I'm gonna be goth forever and everything is goth, 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 and that's my life and that's who I am as a person. It's like, no, and that's kind of how people are with like their sexuality, with politics and stuff like that. They like, this is who I, like, my political party is who I am. And then I don't like the party system because a lot of people are like, I don't trust my own opinion of this. What does my party think? You know what I mean? Like, it discourages critical and independent thought. And if you see so many people, I hate moderates, I hate moderates, I hate moderates, blah, 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 it's because they want to recruit somebody over to their side, and that's the only thing that they have against a moderate. And I don't know. I just think it's one of those weird, stupid things that people are fucking stupid with. And I'm not like advocating anarchy or anything either, because I understand that there are flaws in that. There's no such thing as a perfect system. I mean, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't, and like everything, like the lesser of two evils is still evil. So, I'm not gonna reveal who I'm voting for, and I'm not gonna say whether or not I'm voting in the first place. Just like politic videos, anytime, like even whenever I brought up MAID, or whenever I brought up Project 2025, and whenever I brought up stuff like that, it's not just that it creates like a maddening headache of a discourse. It brings in fucking nut jobs. Even whenever I talked about abortion and stuff, like I mean, like I personally did not want to have an abortion, so that kind of people get kind of offended whenever I say that, and I don't have any issue with somebody making a decision for their own bodies, and that's how I view it. But then also I think there's kind of a disconnect in the abortion debate, because I don't think that the other side of the argument I don't think that they're capable of seeing the argument through a lens of like pragmatism and science. I think that they kind of look at it through like, I'm doing God a solid. It's kind of like how gay marriage was, and then they just had to kind of like, nobody really changed their mind on gay marriage. Gay marriage just kind of got a new PR guy. And we aren't evolving and changing and becoming more open as time goes on. We're the exact same people with the fucking caveman brains that we were before we started recording history. We just have more technology now. The only thing that has progressed within humans is their technology. Like, I do believe that we're slowly kind of developing into, like, it's like, whoa, all these kids are, like, maxing on the autism and stuff, but no, we're, like, I think it makes sense that autism is just evolution, and that's honestly what I believe right now. It's a personal theory that I have. I've done, like, a couple of I looked it up, and there are a couple of other people that agree, but they're not really, no one's really looking into that too deeply as of right now, but that's just what I think. What does that have to do with politics? Fucking nothing. But, yeah, I don't like politics. I don't like whenever huge figures, like, what's his fuck? Whenever that, like, back I want to say, like, 8 or 9 years ago, maybe longer than that. What was it, Pope Francis? I think he's still the Pope. I don't know. Like, I don't pay attention to shit. I don't know. But then, like, everybody was fucking up his ass because he had a phenomenal PR team that everybody ate with the fucking spoon. That guy was as much of a piece of shit, pedophile, relocating ass, gay-hating Pope as much as anyone the fuck else was. And people would get mad whenever you say that, because they want to believe the story. They want to believe that somebody in power has everybody's best interest in mind, and that's not a thing that happens. The best candidate is always the least popular. But yeah, Vermin Supreme. Let's go get our free fucking ponies. God, fuck it. I'm literally, if he's not even running this year, I'm fucking writing him in just to send a message. This is all Scott. This is so stupid. But it's exactly, South Park did an episode on this whenever Cartman hit his head. It was right, but I think it was Gore and Bush. I think it had to have been Gore and Bush in this episode. But I don't even know if they explicitly stated, like, they were just having, like, a presidential debate, and they were like, oh, what was that like all these years ago? Oh, fuck you, I'm gonna throw the tea in the harbor, and like, oh, fuck you, no, I won't do that. And, it's that, like, the Boston Tea Party was Trump versus, what the fuck ever. Like, it's always been left versus right. It's always been, it's oversimplified. It's so much simpler for people to just be like, oh, this guy likes Jesus, I'm gonna vote for that guy, and this guy don't want abortion. Like, that's, like, what they think, like, and then the other people are like, oh my god, trans issues, blah, 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 and then, like, everybody ignores the issues that are like actually affecting us. And I'm saying like social issues are important to an extent. Like I don't really like making people's bodies into politics. I don't like making sexuality into politics. That's why I really don't like the LGBT. Like there's not a fucking, I don't even like the fucking gay flag. I don't like flags. I do not like flags. And yeah, I just think all of that stuff is stupid. That's where I stand on it for right now. My opinions are subject to change. And, like, I really hate whenever somebody's like, oh, you said this 5 years ago. You're contradicting yourself all the fucking time. Like, dude, your thoughts are not a finite thing that come to a head. And then they're not something that turns into stone and stays in your brain. You can change your thoughts. You can come up with a different idea. You can say one thing and then come up with something else that you want to say later. That's why I think everybody needs to take everything with the fucking grain of salt, especially whenever it's one person mass producing like a whole bunch of content. Like, I don't think that people really think about how hard it is to come on here and think about some bullshit to talk about every fucking day. Like, people that make TV shows or something, those were always made with a fucking team of people. That's why everybody's fucking up their videos and their channel all the fucking time, because it's like an overwhelming amount of content to have to produce to keep yourself up in the algorithm. So yeah, I might have said some really stupid fucking things and put my foot in my mouth, but I mean, if we want to make a discourse about that in the comments or on my subreddit and we want to discuss shit, that's what I'm trying to encourage. I'm not saying that, like, anything that I say, I don't want it to be the end all be all. I don't want to be the cool person that you're like, oh, what does she think about this? Because I have to, like, and I'm bad about that too. Like, whenever I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this thing, I'm gonna ask Matt and Trey. Like, I'm gonna, like, South Park make an episode about it. What did Matt and Trey made any statements about this? Like, I get that. I get that people do that. And I think that, and like, that's why I think that politics are bad. Like, I think it's bad to be like, I don't know what to think. I'm going to think what my party thinks. And then, like, I'm scared to disagree with them. That's even worse. Whenever you're, like, in a position where you're like, I don't want to be a bad liberal. I don't want to be a bad conservative. I don't want to be, you know? I could probably make like 20 videos on this. We're gonna see how this goes. This is a risky video. I just got up to 1,072 subscribers, but hey, I don't know. You don't like it, kiss my ass, unsubscribe. Y'all will come back. Like, every time I lose like 20, then I gain like 40. So, I mean, I don't really care if this chases off some nut jobs. But, yeah, I'm thinking about the nut jobs right now. Seriously, like, every time I make a video on a serious topic, there are, like, some fucking gang stalking, conspiracy nuts. Now, like, every fucking time. It's whatever. Next time I'll do a craft video where we make tinfoil hats. Okay, bye.